Welcome, Big Steppers. This is Empress Miss Mo, your fairy god cousin. My goal is to keep you 5 steps ahead of your enemies, your frenemies, and all these scallywags out here, period, point blank. Y'all already know this is the Spiritual Street Report, okay? And we are always connected live on TikTok. I want to go ahead and give y'all the message for the eclipse. We got a lot of activity going up in the ethers, in the galaxy. Okay, we're going to figure out what's going on, but we already know, if you were to look at my last video, we had a ceremony last night, all day yesterday. We was in deep prayer. We was getting our mindsets together, okay, together with motivational videos, speeches, and all that good stuff. So, let's go ahead and pull some cards here. What is it we need to know, Spirit? What is it that we need to know? We are working with the deck that I love so much, the secret language of darkness. Okay, let's go. Spirit says resistance, obstacles to your flow. All right, so currently you are going through some type of obstacles. All right, you are at this time. There is some major obstacles you are just at least admitting to yourself that it's a real obstacle. Okay, it's something real that you're going through, but that will change. Okay, however, it's something that has to do with your stability. Okay, there's a challenge in your stability. All right, but something has to change in the way you think. That's what I just heard with the 1 and the 4. Yeah, because of conflict. You're too focused on conflict. Okay, way too focused on conflict. Spirit says it's time for you to focus on conflict because you're having a hard time being honest about what you like and what you dislike. This is a collective reading for all the zodiac signs, y'all. This is a collective reading. Take it if it resonates. Okay, you in denial about what you like and what you don't like. What's up with that? And I think because of that, you know, you're in a good situation in your life. You know, as far as personally, individually, as an individual, you are in a good situation. But for some reason, what's the some reason? For some reason, you're having a hard time surrendering and being honest about what it is you truly want from people, places, and things, or just from your higher power. Okay, you know that you really want to request something. This is the time to request, but you also know you have to release something, and you're not willing to surrender what it is that you want to release, which is conflict. You like to argue, like to fight, you like to constantly be in secret conflict with yourself about other stuff that don't matter or whatever this could be. Okay, and then you're very judgmental on top of that. So you're judging this person, that person around you, while you're still trying to kind of forcefully use conflict to get whatever it is you want from someone. That's not the way to do things. Okay, that is a scallywag mentality. We're going to go ahead and break up out of that. Okay, this is the time to break up right up out of that. That's crazy work. Okay, Spirit wants to give you, your ancestors want to give you stability and give you the life that you want, but you keep trying to claim something that's not yours, and then you keep trying to force people to live a life that's not theirs either. If you don't belong with someone, or you don't belong in a space, or you don't belong in a group, you know in your heart you don't belong there. They don't belong near you. Why keep going over there? Why make it so hard for everybody around you? Just remove yourself. Remove yourself and ask for more. Okay? So then you can learn what it is that you really want for your life. Maybe what you wanted 2-3 years ago isn't what you want now. And that's okay. Go with your heart's desire, but it's going to take solitude to get here. The journey into darkness, yeah, the night of the soul. Okay? You're going to have to do some shadow work to figure out what it is that's in your heart that you have not let go of. This is the time, y'all. We in the next 24 hours of releasing anything that does not belong to us. We can't keep trying to make stuff fit. It just don't fit. Wow. And you wonder why you're so stressed out. Wow. You're stressing the energy in your home. You're stressing the energy at the job. You're stressing the energy with your children. You're stressing energy with your partner or whatever, because you're forcing a scenario, or you're forcing in conflict about something that isn't even supposed to be spoken about. It's not supposed to be there. Okay? Just bringing a lot of stress because you are afraid to change the people you're around, or the perspective of your life, or the habits that you've been holding on to. Freedom from fight, flight, and freeze. Your trauma is getting the best of you. It's like somebody is a hoarder. It's giving like hoarder vibes. Everybody that comes into your life, it's like you feel like you got to keep them around. Even if you know there's no value in keeping them. Even if you know that just the end of their forthcoming is over. You just got to collect people. Stop collecting people. You're not the reaper. Collecting souls. Like what the hell? Are you the devil or what? Why are you collecting souls? Why do you feel like you have the right to collect souls? If a person want to walk away from you and they want to live their best life, allow them to do that. Okay? But you have a hard time because guess what? In your past life, you had child neglect, childhood wounds. Your trauma had something to do with child neglect, or you was neglected. Let's just say that. In what age? I don't know. That's all personal, right? But this is a collective reading for all the big steppers out there in the world. All zodiac signs, okay? All right. And you've been trying to grow and heal this. You've been actually requesting to go to therapy, okay? I'm talking to somebody who probably actually signed up for therapy finally in a long time. You finally decided to go to therapy, but you didn't make it an initiative. You haven't truly made it a priority yet. But you know how to go do it. You got the resources to go do it. You got the medical to go do it. You got the medical leave if you need to leave from the job for a month or so. You got the finances together, or the benefits to go off and get some shadow work done. But you're not making it priority yet. Spirit says make it priority in this Leo season. Make it priority. Start setting your first appointment up to see your therapist or psychiatrist. Because this child neglect thing is really slowing you down. It's really slowing you down, okay, in your life. And you keep holding on to people. You know you don't even like these people. That's the kicker. Can you believe, imagine that. You don't even like the people, okay, that you are harboring, whatever you want to call it. Hoarding. Okay, it's like somebody collecting phone numbers in their phone and never call anybody. Can you imagine somebody just collecting phone numbers, just going, collecting phone numbers, going to the club, collecting phone numbers. Okay. But they never use the numbers. So that's weird. Okay. That's really odd. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Shadow name. Unlock the mysteries of your shadow. Yeah, it's time to heal so you can figure out exactly what you want. See, once you self-discover what it is you want to release, then once you release the stuff you don't like and don't want, this is one time in your life you may want to think more negative than positive. I know that sounds wild, but in this time of your life, you may want to think a little bit on the negative side. Like, what is all this shit I just don't like about myself, about my environment, about my situation, about my finances, about this dude I talk to, about, do I really like the dude? Do I not? Do I really like the chick? Do I like, do I really, really like this girl I like to go to the club with? I don't know. Do I like the church I go to? Do I like my mother-in-law? I don't know. I'm just being funny, but good thing I actually like my mother-in-law, guys. Thank God. It was a time in my life where, oh my God. But I finally get a good mother-in-law, so that's all that matters to me. I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy. So that's how I know I'm on the right path, because those type of things are deal breakers for me. But anyway, what is your deal breakers? This is a time to be negative in all the right ways. Okay. We got a few more cards. We got one more card left, guys. We're going to go ahead and end off this collective reading. Okay. Flexibility. Spirit says it's time for change. It's time for you to be flexible. It's time to find peace in yourself. Once you get really negative with yourself and really talk about, get a piece of paper. Write down all the stuff you can't stand about yourself, all the stuff you just don't like. This is the time you need to be facing this stuff head on. Okay? And then the Holy Spirit or your ancestors or the universe, whichever one comes first, because sometimes, our ancestors will whisper to us before the universe will. And sometimes the universe will show us signs on where to go next. But I know there is going to be an exterior sign, the ability to adjust and adapt. Okay? The whole point of this exercise, the whole point of doing this, writing down all the stuff you do not like, is so you can adjust and adapt to the things that you really do want. Wow. Can you imagine that? Okay. Big stuff. Big stuff right here, y'all. Being flexible to learn, to change your appearance, to change your situation, to change your surroundings, to change your decor, to change your friend group, to change the way you look at life, to change your car. It may be something so simple, y'all. You'll be shocked. It just may take for you to just change the interior design or the seat covers of your vehicle. And you may have a whole enlightenment based on cleaning out your car and changing your seat covers. And you're like, oh my God. And as you're driving with the new seat covers, then all of a sudden the universe is pointing signs to the things that you really have always wanted to do in your life. You get where I'm coming from? Then you get this new perspective as you drive into this new car setting, in a cleaner environment. It may take for you to just change the decor. Move that old couch out and buy a new couch in the house. Change your curtains. And upgrade the curtains, the living room appearance by just changing 3 things in your living room and adding a rug. Boom. Now you got a whole new perspective when you walk into your living room. Now you start to think about things that you want rather than the people that you're scared to lose. Oh my God, dear Lord. And final card right here is the Golden Shadow. Golden Shadow is then you can start connecting to the people, places, and things that you are much more fascinated about. You won't be in fear of losing. You be more excited about meeting new people, doing new things, trying something new. It says discover deep dreams and desires. Wow. This is the season to do that, y'all. Okay, so I would challenge everybody today to get that pen and piece of paper right now. And I mean right now. And get as nasty and negative as you want about your life. And look on it and say, you know what? I'm done. Rip it up and make a change. Okay? Rip it up and make a major change. Matter of fact, not a major change, a minimum change. A minor change. That's all it takes. All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you want to learn more about me, all you have to do is click the links in my bio. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. I appreciate you. Thank you. Bye-bye.